Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. Please do confirm if I'm audible enough to start. Please confirm the audio. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So, welcome everyone. And in this particular session, as we know that our exam is on 27, so it is just 2 days left for the exam. So, we are just coming up with a moderate level of revision series for SEBI Grade A IIT Officer Phase 1 Paper 2. Okay, so in this particular PDF, you will be getting set of 100 questions, and these questions will be like 100 out of these 100 questions. 10 questions from every chapter and 20 questions specifically from programming concept, because programming concept is very important. Overall we have 9 chapters for the phase 1 paper 2, and in this video we are having 100 questions, 20 questions for programming concept and 80 questions, 10 each from the rest of the topics. Okay, so this particular PDF will be available to you as well in the downloadable format, and it will be given to you in between the session. You just have to wait for like a few minutes. Okay, so you will be getting a link to download this PDF as well, and you can just download it and can keep for the revision. We are not going to discuss the entire 100 question in this particular live session, but we will take some of the question from every section, and then aftermath you can just download the PDF and can read by yourself. Every question is having 4 to 5 options, and there will be the correct answer written just below that thing. Okay, so just utilize this thing for your revision, and this particular thing at the end contain the 10 difficult questions from the programming concept. Apart from that, the rest of the PDF is of moderate level, and some questions are very easy to boost your confidence. Okay, so let's start, and this will be a marathon session, so we'll be very quick with our questions. We'll be just running around and hitting the corner for every particular thing, and we'll be giving you an idea how the exact format is there. Okay, so let me increase the size of the PDF so that you can just see it properly. I hope now the font is very better, way better than it was previous. Okay, so yeah, so this is the format, and let's begin. So yeah, first thing here is from the shell scripting, and these are the questions. We are going to take only the 3 questions from the start, and remaining 7 you can just solve by yourself. So here the first question is saying that Unix and Linux are dash operating system which allow one user to execute more than one program at a time, and the answer here is one, that is multitasking. After that thing, the second question is about the files in Unix system, maybe a representation of which of the systems. So it can be disk drive, terminal, and IO. So all the 3 are correct. Here the answer will go to 4, that all the 3 are correct. The files can be represented in any of these 3 formats. Then the notation dot in an ls listing is a shorthand for the current location in the directory hierarchy. And here the option number 3 will be the correct option. Okay, so it is a marathon series and we'll be going very, very, very fast. After that thing, these are the fourth, and then fifth, and then sixth, and then seventh, and then eighth, and then ninth question, the 10th question. Okay. After that thing, you are having the next chapter as SQL. So in MySQL, you are also going to have 10 questions. Let's get to the first question. In MySQL, to execute commands and programs in the background, you type in the command line that must be followed by fun. That is the binary number. Okay, so this is one of the question. After that thing, the statement used to manage the transaction in SQL are actually the commit and rollback. So it is answer number 1. After that thing, 13th question is what should be written in order to delete the record from the table student where first name is equal to John. So here the option number 3, that is delete from student where first name is equal to John, is correct option. In the similar manner, you will be having 7 more questions for the SQL. Okay. Now let's move quickly to the next topic, and the next topic is of DBMS, and here it is. So the third topic is of the DBMS, and here you will be getting this thing. Which one is not a DDL command? So definitely, update is not a DDL command. Rest other than this, all are the DDL commands. Which represent logically related structure of a database graphically. It is ER diagram for sure. So option number one will be correct here. After that thing, which of these scenarios may leave the transaction vulnerable to dirty reads, phantom reads in a database system? So here the option will be number one, that says a transaction reads a data item after it is written by an uncommitted transaction. So here you go. The SEBI IT grading online course is for you in the description box. So you can also check that thing for giving mock tests, which are free in our platform. So whichever mocks are free, you can just try that thing. Okay, good evening, everyone. All those who have missed the video till this point of time, that is 6 minutes. So it is nothing that they have lost upon. They can just download the PDF after the session and they can get those questions as well, which we just discussed. Okay, after that thing, what next we have? 7 more questions for the DBMS. I'll be quickly going till 50, and after 50, I'll be taking little break. Okay. So now the programming concepts question are here. So programming concept question is like the closest common ancestor of a runtime exception, error, or a IO exception, and class not found exception is which of these? So it is second, that is throwable. So throwable is the class which is the common ancestor to each one of these options. That is runtime exception, error, IO exception, and class not found exception. Now, coming to the next question, while assigning some object to another object, which particular kind of constructor is called? So we know that constructors are used to initialize the object. And once we are copying one object to another object, there is one special constructor which is called as copy constructor. And here the option will be option number 2, that is copy constructor. After that thing, the next question is like the method of deciding which function to invoke during runtime is defined by the late binding as well as the dynamic linkage. So dynamic linkage is a synonym for late binding, and many a times you will also convert this word in accordance to the late binding. So this is the same thing, and you can just take option number 4 here as the answer. After that, you will be having next 7 questions in a set for you, and you can just practice them. Once you download the PDF, answers are right there after the end of every question. And now let's move to the next set of chapter. And the next set of chapter is of networking. So in networking, the protocol data unit, that is the PDU for an application layer in an internet stack, is what? So PDU is a format of the data that particular layer is going to have. And here at application layer, it is message. So here the answer will be C. So now in the chat section, please do let me know what do we have in transport layer as a PDU, and what we have as a PDU for the data link layer. So just write the PDUs for transport as well as the data link layer in the chat section. Okay, if you know, please do type the answer. Waiting for your responses, guys. Please do type the answer. Which thing is for these transport layer and which is for the data link layer? If you guys know, please do type your answers. DDL is framed. Good, Manikant. And what about the transport layer? What about the transport layer, guys? We are getting the answers for the DDL. What about the transport layer? I'll give you the answer for the transport layer. It is actually the segment. Okay, so segment is there for the transport layer. Packets are for the network layer. Okay, so these are some of the extra meaningful concepts for you. After that thing, no, transport layer are not packet, Shubham. They, for transport layer, they are segment, and internet packet is for the network layer. After that thing, the 42nd question, which of the following transport layer protocol is used to support the email? So here in the answer, SMTP will be very appealing to you in the very first attempt when you see the question. But here the question is asking for the transport layer protocol. Okay, so transport layer protocol, which is responsible for the support of the emails, is actually the transmission control protocol, that is TCP. So please do take a look at the question very carefully in order to proceed, okay? Because this will be very important. Because sometimes what we do, we see the options and we just assume that this will be the correct thing without even reading the question properly. So the first thing is the step that you need to do is to read the question properly. After that thing, the next thing that we are going to have here is, in the IPv4 addressing format, the number of networks allowed under C addresses is 2 to the power 21. So can anybody tell me how we come to get this answer of 2 to the power 21? The answer is 2 to the power 21. I want you guys to explain me how come 2 to the power 21 is the answer when it comes to the number of networks allowed under class C. So can you please give me the correct answer? Waiting for your responses, guys. No one? This should be a known fact to you all. Total 32 bits for 3 for the octet. Total 32. Are you sure? Actually, class C is going to have, every particular IP address is going to have 4 octets. And for class C, we have 3 octets reserved for the network layer. Okay, network, not layer, network part. And the 8 last octet is reserved for the host part. Now, if I count the number of bits in my network part, it will come 8 into 3, that is 24. But I reserve the bits for class C that are 3 in nature to identify class C uniquely. That's why we'll minus 3 bits from 24 and it will give us 21. So therefore the answer will be 2 to the power 21, which can be either written as 2 to the power 24 minus 3. Okay, 110 is the initial classification for class C, by which we get to know the initials of any particular IP by seeing, and this, if the initials is 110, we just say, okay, this belongs to class C. Okay, so this is one of the thing. Okay, Jennifer is asking, ma'am, in data analysis, there are 2 languages, in which one to learn, Python or R? So I will say go for Python, because Python is also going to help you in phase 2, because if you're opting for Python, it will be a better portion to give your stake on. Coming to R, I have hardly seen any question from R. So even if 1 or 2 questions come from R, you can just skip that thing. So no worry. You can, Jennifer, you can just proceed with Python. Okay, let's go to the 44th question. And here the question is like, consider the different activities related to an email where M1, M2, and M3 are the 3 steps. And you have to just tell me which particular protocol is applicable to which particular activity. Like for M1, which is sending an email from a mail client to a mail server, which particular protocol is responsible? It is HTTP, SMTP, or POP. And similarly, downloading an email from the mailbox server to a mail client, which one is responsible? And similarly for the checking email in a web server. So a hint for you all is like M3, which is for checking emails in a web server, is going to have HTTP, because HTTP is the protocol which help us to surf the internet. Okay, so definitely option number A and option number D are going to rule out. So here, what will be the correct answer? Sneha is saying it's C. Let's see. Yeah, Sneha, you're correct. It's option number C. Everyone is correct here. Good attempt. Let's go to the 44th question. 45th question. One of the header files in IP datagram is to TTL. Okay, so TTL is one of the field in the IP datagram, which is the header actually, and it is responsible for time to live. Like if a packet will enter the system, packet will enter the network, how much time it will be there in the network before it dies. Okay, and this particular time unit is represented by TTL. And why it is necessary? It is necessary because it can be used to prevent the packet looping. So everybody who is saying option A, it is not option A, it is option number D. Fine enough, because it is used to prevent the packet looping. I'll give you one of the example. Suppose you have a packet which is going to travel from one router to another router. There is many paths from which that particular packet can travel. If you do not have your TTL specified, what will happen? It might be the case occurring in the scenario where your packet will be keeping on traveling, and it will not be even received by the receiver. Okay, once the receiver acknowledgement window is expired, it will send some acknowledgement to the sender that I haven't received the packet which was sent or which was expected to come. Now, what will happen? Sender will again send the packet. And if you again do not have any detail assigned to it, it will again, there will be a possibility it will again loop in the network. Okay, if this keep on happening, your congestion in the network will increase, and that will not be good for a network. So that's why we include this thing, time to live. Okay, so time to live is important here. Okay, now time to live is only for the prevention of the packet looping when TTL expires, so packet is actually dropped from the internet. So how it's C? So Jennifer, C is because SMTP and POP are the things which are responsible for sending and downloading, that is receiving. Okay, SMTP is for the sending of the emails, and POP, that is the post office protocol, this is for receiving, and HTTP is for normal surfing. So checking email in a web browser does not involve downloading or sending of any email, right? So that's why we are having the option HTTP as correct. So A and D will be ruled out. Among B and C, between B and C, we are having C as the correct option, because FTP is involved for the file transmission protocol. It does not play any kind of role here. So it is very easy to use the elimination method to get the answer here. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the 45th question as well. Let's go to the 46th question. So here the 46th question is saying the address resolution protocol, ARP, is like for which thing? Finding the IP from DNS, finding the IP from a default gateway, finding the IP from corresponding MAC, or finding the MAC that corresponds to an IP. So please tell me your answer, which will be the correct. And once you tell me the answer, please do mention what RARP do. If you are known to MAC to IP, yes, it is MAC to IP. Good attempt, Kunal. And what does RARP do? RARP do from IP to MAC. Okay. Now let's go to the question number 47th. Which of the following system results in sending of a sync packet? So sync packet is sent by which of these system calls? Sync packet is sent by socket. Now, let's go to the next question, set of questions. These are the questions for the networking. I hope you can attempt after math questions. Okay, and let's go to algorithms. A binary search tree whose left subtree and right subtree differ in the height by 1 unit. What it is? It is avial tree. If you have known the avalanche tree, it is the avial tree which is responsible for balancing out the tree, and the balance factor can be differing by only 1 unit. It can be -1, it can be 0, it can be 1. That is positive. Okay, sync packet topic is from the networking, Jennifer. Now, yeah, this is the answer. Avial tree. A red black tree is a tree where the nodes are colored from the red and red color and black color, and they are like every red colored node cannot have next red color. Every red color should have a black neighbor, and black should have a red neighbor, like this thing. No direct connection between the similar kind of colors in order to just maintain the balance of the things. Okay. Yeah, AVL for -1, 0, and 1. Perfect. Hurdle node is used as a sentinel in which of these? Graph, stack, binary tree, queue, and linked list. Okay. So hurdle node is used as in sentinel in which of these? Please do let me know. Hurdle node, guys. It's the binary tree. Sentinels are associated with the end of the tree. They respond to they actually are the symbol to represent the end of the tree. So that's why if even you don't know the hurdle node, you can get the instance from the word sentinel. That what is sentinel? Sentinel is something which will being like the end of something. So that's why it is binary tree. Now, the algorithms like merge sort, binary search are based on which of these? It is not linked list, Amandeep. Okay, it is binary tree. Algorithms like merge sort, binary search uses which thing? Be quick. Be quick, guys. And here our answer will be option number one, that is divide and conquer, DNC. Good attempt, good attempt. These kinds of questions will come definitely. So all the popular algorithms, please do remember their time complexities, their approaches. That is going to help you a lot. Okay, I can see many responses coming in. Okay, which step is recursive in divide and conquer? So which of these step is recursive in nature when it comes to divide and conquer? If there's divide, solve, combine both one and two, or both two and three. Quick, quick answer. Solve. No, Jennifer, it's not solve. Which thing you actually recursive means repeating the same thing again and again. So which of these steps you guys are actually repeating? No, not both one and three. One and three is nothing like an option. Option is one and two and two and three. It is divide only. We used to divide everything here. Okay, so it is one. Most appropriate answer is divide here. Time complexity of critical algorithm. Do let me know the time complexity of critical algorithm. Yes, Aditya, you are right here. Time complexity of critical algorithm. Manish Chaudhary, you can find this PDF in this particular description box after our live session. In the description, you can download the PDF. You will get in the link in the description to download the PDF. Complexity of Kruskal, M log n. Yes, perfect. It is M log n, where n is the edges and n is the number of vertices. Which of the following is not a stable sorting algorithm? Not a stable sorting. E log E is nothing. It should be E log V. Okay, Manikant. Which of the following is not a stable sorting algorithm? I can see you. Many of you are saying four, so it is not the correct option. Okay, 55 1. Yes, it is correct, Aditya. 56th question. Which is not a stable sorting algorithm? And it is selection sort. Everyone else is a stable one, but selection sort is not a stable one. Please do write what is a stable sort. What do you understand by a stable sort? After that, think question number 57, the time complexity of heap sort in worst case. Heap sort in worst case. What is the time complexity? Heap sort worst case. It's option number 3, that is n log n. N log n. Okay, now you guys can do the remaining question. Now let's go to the next topic, and that topic is data analytics. Okay, let's see. Yes, Manikant, you're correct. Order doesn't change in case of duplicates element. Yes. Yes, you are also correct. And if I solve 30 right in paper 2, that is 60 marks, and 30 right in paper 1, that is 37 points. So total score of this is, well, yeah, this strategy will work anyhow, no problem. Wait a sec. Out of 200, you have to get 40%. Yeah, this will work. This will work, Jennifer. Data analytics question number 61. The modifier re.x allows spaces and comments inside a regular expression. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? Past guys, true or false? It's true. कट ऑफ क्या हो सकती है फेज वन की वर्षा देर इज नथिंग स्पेसिफिक कट ऑफ फॉर फेज वन इफ यू क्वालिफाई cumulatively 40 including 30 and 40 individually in this section paper 1 and paper 2 definitely you are be going ahead for phase 2. Cutoff will come when it will be English descriptive, cumulatively English descriptive, and this paper 2 of IT will give a cutoff. Right now there is no concept of cutoff, it is just qualification, they are qualifying in nature, you just have to qualify. It is true basically. Okay, so just remember this thing. RE.X is the thing. If you are writing any regular expression and you want to include the spaces and comments inside it, you can use this RE.X. Which module in Python support for the regular expression? This is an easy one. Please do mention the answer. Which module in Python supports regular expression? Jennifer, we cannot say that they are going to only ask from the RE module. For regular expression, they are going to ask from the regular, like this module only, but there are many topics apart from regular expression as well. So yes, it's import RE, so it is option number 1 correct. Okay, so there are many questions for this thing as well. You can just take a look. There are questions from charts, dictionaries. These things are there, so you can just have a look on these things. Now let's go to the next thing, that is the information and cyber security concept. So which of these is not a step in a social engineering attack? So there is a common kind of attack that happen across the organizations, that is a social engineering attack, and this includes some of the steps. So which among these is not a step? Come on, guys. Come on. Cyber security concept. All of these are is the correct answer. All these are the social engineering attack steps. So when social engineering, what is a social engineering attack? It is like one of the kind is shoulder surfing as well. So this particular thing is all of the above. Okay. After that thing, what next we have? Cryptocurrency mining involves complex computing to mine virtual currency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Litecoin, so on. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? First, guys, true. Yes, it's true. Good. Now let's you guys can solve the remaining question. Let's discuss data warehousing concept. Transformation involves which processes or even a process? Yes, Jennifer, you are right here. Quick answers, guys. Transformation involves which process or processes? All five. Cleaning, joining, sorting, and filtering. All five are there. Okay. And you can just download the PDF and can solve remaining questions. After that thing, for programming concept, there are extra 10 questions. These questions are a little hard and you will need your pen and paper ready to solve these questions. I hope this particular set of 100 questions will just brainstorm your mind and will give you an revision. Everything will be just like a passing flashback in front of you. Okay, so do solve these 100 questions. These will help you a lot in order to understand the exam just 2 days ahead. Okay, so what you guys have to do, you guys can revise this particular series and then utilize the concepts. There are actually 100 concepts which you will be getting just 1 or 2 days before the exam, so definitely it will be a good revision set. Apart from that, do attempt mocks and take a good sleep, and all the best everyone for the exam. Make sure it happens to you. Okay, and give your best shot there. Okay. Data warehouse versus data lake, that data lake is not there, so Jennifer, you can just skip data lake there. So Aditya, you will be getting the PDF here, and all our paid student will get this PDF under the section live class recording soon, and they can download that thing from there, and all the other candidates can download the PDF from our description thing. Okay, so this is the thing. That was all from my side. I hope this was informative enough, and you can just get a quick marathon race for the SEBI IT. All the best, everyone, and see you after the exam for the exam analysis. All the best.